Well, people are always talking about what kids should or should not eat, but what are the guidelines when it comes to what they drink?
It is shocking how much sugar and dyes and calories are in some of those kids' drinks. So our 9 Health medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, joins us now to talk about which ones are beneficial and which ones should be avoided altogether. Thanks so much for coming in.
Good morning.
I am very interested in this. So first, why should we be focusing on what kids are eating and drinking?
You know, it's funny. We've seen obesity in children really rise over the last decade. In fact, 20% of our kids and adolescents currently are obese, and that number is expected to grow. And what we're realizing is that a lot of this is coming from what they're drinking, not necessarily what they're eating. So having some sort of a consensus document that really helps parents figure out what should kids be drinking, and really helping them to ask their kids about drinking, because as you know, kids are busy playing. They don't often ask for food, for drink or food.
Right. So, of course, a no-brainer. Water is the best drink, honestly, for all of us. When it comes to kids, what about milk?
Yeah, so 100% water is the best, but here's the kicker with water. You have to adjust it according to their age, to the weather, to what they're doing. So make sure as a parent you're tracking what they're doing and making sure that they're getting enough water. Milk is a great substance. According to this consensus document, it's very hydrating. It has vitamins, it has calcium, but it can also have some sugar in it. So you want to make sure, again, you're giving your child the right amount of milk adjusted according to their age, especially because sometimes kids will rather drink milk than eat the right types of foods. So there's a really nice table that can help you to know, according to your child's age, about how much milk they should be drinking every day.
Are sports drinks like Gatorade ever a good choice for kids?
Never. In fact, that's one of the sort of pitfalls of modern life, is that it's easy to grab an energy drink or sports drinks. And a lot of these drinks, not only they have sugar, not only do they have sodium, artificial colors, as you said, but a lot of them can have stimulants like caffeine, guarana, ginseng, a lot of which are herbal stimulants. And kids are so in the habit these days, especially adolescents, of going to the gym, bodybuilding, that they might reach for these because their friends are drinking them. But discouraging your child from using those types of drinks is really important.
Okay, let's stay on that. Go back to when we were kids. We used to drink juice all the time, especially after sporting events. I remember many soccer games or basketball games where the parents would bring not only orange slices, but like a Sunny Delight or Welch's grape juice or something like that. What has obviously changed from, a lot's changed from when we were kids, but what specifically in this area has changed?
So juice is now 2 thumbs down. And it's funny because even as a child, I remember every day it was juice with every meal.
Right.
But the amount of sugar content in juice is so high that even an adolescent should probably be drinking less than a cup a day of 100% juice, assuming you don't have all the other additives and other things in them as well. So really try to limit your child's juice intake because of the high sugar content in that, and focus on other substances like water, milk, even working in water into their foods, like giving them fruits like watermelon or giving them soups and stews. These are all water intake that they need to be focusing on.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. It's so bad for your teeth too, all the juices.
Right.
Okay, what if kids are overweight or obese? Should they be drinking diet sodas, diet drinks in any way?
So logically it would make sense, but definitely a no, according to this consensus document, because we don't know what the long-term effects of these artificial sweeteners are. And if you think about it, children aren't just small adults. They have a completely different body. They're growing in a different way. So giving them these types of chemicals like aspartame and other artificial sweeteners at a really critical time is a bad idea. So if you have a child who's obese or overweight or struggling with weight, you really want to try to stick more to water, perhaps not even as much milk, because milk can have calories too. Really focus on portion control and caloric intake rather than giving them those diet drinks, and discourage them from doing that because, again, it's very trendy, especially amongst teenage girls, to drink diet soda or drink diet drinks, but that's not good for them.
All right, a lot of information to take in right there. Some good knowledge, too.
People don't realize how many calories are in just the liquid, liquid calories. That's such a thing. And as you were saying, diet, the body doesn't know what to do with diet. It's like a weird thing. It's like, what is this?
Right. But I'm sure as a parent, you'll probably now start tracking your child's fluid intake and really thinking about not just what they're eating, but what they're drinking.
We're all water.
Yeah.
All water.
Which they hate it, but it is.
It's easy to think about food. Yeah, you just don't think about drinks.
But you know what? Get a fun water bottle, or make it a game, or do it yourself, or set reminders in your phone. Lots of ways to work that into their life.
And it's extra special for them when we go out to dinner and they get to have it versus all the time.
And it starts with the parents, too. Adults need to drink more water as it is, too. We say that all the time.
Yep. Water and coffee is my life.
No coffee for kids.
I know.
Yeah, don't do the coffee. Dr. Kohli, thank you. By the way, you can find all of Dr. Kohli's appearances at 9news.com/Dr. Kohli.